Because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, boys and girls, I have a special announcement. Tomorrow, Bill Meridian of Cycles Research will be doing the whole show tomorrow. Bill and I have been friends for 47 years, as I recall. And when I got into this back in 86, how many years is that? Yeah, that's 47. Anyway, 47. I was very skeptical about the astro stuff because of my Catholic background and things like that. I just thought it was we were taught that this was the work of the devil. Little did I know that the biggest astrology library in the world is in the Vatican. I have one of my teachers from high school, my Spanish teacher, Sister Estelle. She's on level 7. She only has access to 8 levels lower, and she said they don't know how far down it goes. They don't talk about it, but she said there's stuff down there that you just wouldn't believe it's from the antiquities. Anyway, let's get into it. Bill's going to be talking about the astrology stuff, folks. When I died, shut the front door. When I was born in Clinton, Indiana, on July the 28th, 3 or 4 years later, right in the midst of in the midst of World War II, the hospital burned down, and I never had an exact time of birth. And so all my aunt told me is I was with your mom, and it was sometime middle of the night, is what she said. Well, they do rectified charts by asking you information. I had it done by Bill Meridian, also had it done by Victoria Martin. She's an astrologer out of Chicago, and they came within 5 minutes. Totally, they knew each other, but they didn't know about what I was asking them. Within 5 minutes of when I was born, that's what got me interested. Then when I started working with Ruth Miller, it's stuff. So the stuff's Bill going to talk about tomorrow is astrology. If you don't believe in it, don't tune in, but you ought to pay attention to it because it works a heck of a lot more than you might think that it does. One is on the inauguration, and the second one is about the pending war with Tehran. And he's been really good with this stuff, folks. I mean, he worked for the Arabs for 14, 15 years, and he didn't stay that long if he wasn't that good. Anyway, here's what we're watching here. I'm going to show you. This is the 382 in the NASDAQ this morning. There was the report. The market came up. It dropped 200 handles, folks. That's $10,000. The NASDAQ dropped, and then, boom, away that it went. I'm going to show you one other one because these are the type of trades when you're doing intraday trading that you want to be focused on if you possibly can. Now, here's another one right here. This is the silver market. Here's where we were this last night. Okay, the market had a huge run up from there, and look at the pullback. See, this was into the report, and then it pulled back exactly to the 382 and has gone up and made new highs from here. So when you see really strong trending markets, that's what you want to be focused on. Now let's take a look at some of these other markets that we want to be watching. First of all, we've already covered this one here in the Treasury bonds, and now we want to cover the well, there's silver. I'll just show you what silver has done so far. Silver, I really thought was going to be a great sale up there, and I'll show you why. This is the 382, but look at this, folks. Just get this up here to show you on the daily, because I really think this is probably, you see this little rally right here? Hold on just a second. We'll look at it on the hourly chart. I think that's what I was watching. There it is right there. So there's silver. There was the big 382 back here, and I'm just going to clean this up a little bit here because this one is still in play. From this high right here to this low right there, your 382 comes in at 57.58. The high has been 57.69, and then another high at 57.68. It's trading at 55 here right now. So that's one that you might want to consider. There's another one that's worthy of your speaking here. Let me get, I've got to change this tile vertical. I've got to get these lined up here. And here is the gold market. here's where we are in gold. As you can see here, we have completed a 50% retracement of the whole move right here. As you can see, this is pretty much spot on. And if you look at this from your high to your low, you'll see that the expansion, where did it come to? Stop the front door and raise the rent. Went exactly to the 1.618 expansion. What did it do? It took out these stops from the fifth. That's all it did, and didn't go anywhere. So that's what's happened. Those were those 382 patterns that I pointed out a little bit early. Of course, this is the hourly chart. There was the first 382. There was a second 382 off of the whole thing, and now here's where we are with the gold market. I'm still very bearish gold and silver, but we're having a lot of volatility all across the board here. Now, let's move over. People have asked me what happens when you see these big moves after report. Folks, let's be realistic about this. If anybody thinks for just a moment that this thing is ran up 500 points, 600 points in the Dow Jones based on a ADP jobs number, give me a break. Has nothing to do with that at all. It has to do with order flow and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with that report. That report was not that bit bullish. Here's what we did. There's where we were in the Dow. Remember yesterday we had that big move down, and that made a lot of money, folks. Now, the worst thing could happen is you would have had your stop sitting right in here into the report. That would have locked in, well over $3,000. Now look where we are. So we haven't really done anything different in the Dow Jones. See, there's your 382. We can get here tomorrow. 97.50, and that's going to be a sale. It really is. If you look at it, I shouldn't be tipping this off, but we'll do it anyway. There's your ABCD right here, and there's going to be right in there at 397.50. But we got to clear all this out first, and I think we will, but we'll see whether that's going to be the case. Now, the S&P also moving quickly. Here's the S&P last night. We'll just draw this up so you'll be able to see it. Here's where we were last night. As you can see, this was before the report. The pullback that we had last night, if you were just watching it from the high down to your low, went right to a little below the 618 right in here for just a second, and then we messed around, and now we're back up to the 78% level of yesterday's high. That's trading right there right now for the last 4 hours at 53.23. Now, we can go higher for just a little bit. There's a possibility of that. But overall, the overall bearishness has not really changed. The volatility is what's increasing here, folks, and that's the key. Here's the reason why it's so crazy. Well, give me this one first. This is what we saw from Jeff Hughes yesterday, but these were those 20-month cycles that I looked at from 1929. This is what the actual NASDAQ looked like, okay? Now, what's happening here, it's the S&P. This is the number of people that are using margin, folks. Boy, when look how it was back here and what it did right here. Look where it is now. Oh, look what it did here. And that's, it had a big break too, but this is the big one. This is the big ABCD. That's why you got to pay close attention to these if you want to. If you don't want to, that's okay too. Here's the other thing that's really important. The spread between the 2-year and the 10-year. The people are moving to shorter term because it's getting very scary out there. You can see when that does happen, these markets break. So don't let this volatility fool you, folks. We're going to take a break, 877-927-6648, and we'll be right back with some more ABCD and Fibonacci.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one strand of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, so this is the chart of the crude oil. As you know, that back on the 5th, we were saying was making a pretty good bottom down in here. And I just want to walk through, because this was 9 o'clock this morning. This is when we would have been trading live. We go from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and I want to show you. You notice the ABCD pattern that was here. I know there's your AB, there's your CD pattern right here. In fact, it goes higher. In fact, it goes quite a bit higher, and there's nothing you can do about that. We know what the extension will be, but here's the important part for today. After that ABCD had completed, okay, and well, I'll show you what it does. Just click that on. We're going to change that to 1.27. In other words, the CD leg is going to be 127. And you'll see that there's where you were at 88, and then you backed off. But look at this, folks. You see the number of bars in this down move right here? This went down from 74, dropped $2,000. This one went from 75.90. It dropped $1 a barrel. Now, you can see, let's just blow it up so we can all see it. How's that? You can see the nice A, B, C, D pattern that we had here. Johnny, will you put the placard down? He keeps pulling up this 382 placard. I haven't done this yet, folks. From your low, I swear I haven't, to your high. Oh, how much does it miss it by? It misses it by 45, but by golly, I bet you if you took that one, that only misses it by 10 pips. But if you take the secondary one right here, that hits it exactly right there at 74.61. So there was your buy zone. Let's see the ABCD, how close it did. Since you guys all love ABCDs, I'm getting more complaints about this. People saying, why are you showing ABCDs all the time? And I say, I don't know. Maybe because it works. There it is right there. Comes in at 84. Wow, then it has a big move up. Wow, that's a lot of volatility in here, but you can see what happened after that. We're moving higher. So where is crude oil going to go? We're going to go to the 4-hour chart here. And you'll see it's still in a pretty big downtrend. There's that bottom we were looking for on the 5th. Right in here, it went a little bit lower than we thought. In fact, it went down to the 1.618 level, as I recall. And pull this up here. There it is right there, 1.618, and then higher bottom. And now we're moving higher. So we'll just blow this up and see where we are on our way to completing. We've got another ABCD completing in here now, so we've got a bunch of them. Let's clean out some of these. And the next level of resistance would be just about where we're coming to. We just made the 61% retracement here just now at 70. Well, we did it earlier at 76.26, and now we're 76.16. So it's right there. There's not a qualifying ABCD. We have the ABCD here, but with this move down, this is all you have is this ratio right here. Now, if you're really bearish crude oil, you can sell it right there. You don't have to risk very much at all. This is a 4-hour chart. Let's look at it on the hourly. Maybe it'll even tell us we should sell it. Well, see, there was the ABCD right there. So, well, there would be your stop, would be above this level. So all we're going to do now is say if this is the 61, right where it's trading now, 76.20. Okay, the old high back here was 76.26. This is 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It's been here. So if you take these stops out, it's going to go to 76.75. So the only thing that you can do is you say, okay, I'm going to take that trade here at 76.15. Okay, no wide bars in here. Nothing. The fact is, we went from 76.25, we dropped $500, and now we're back up there again. So it might hit another high in here. So two ways you can do this. You can go down to a smaller time frame, which is what we do awful a lot, and there you can get a better idea of what you're looking at. You can see there's that 1.618 number. Well, if I were doing this, boys and girls, if I were doing this, and I will be doing this, that's what I'd be doing. I'm going to sell it at a short, then I'm not going to risk more than about a 60 points. Put the stop up in here somewhere, but this is what I like to see. It's my old grandpa talking in Italian. He couldn't speak much English, but he could speak it in Italian, and it was beautiful. It had such an accent. It was incredible. His favorite saying to me was "Fate fubo," which in Italian means "get wise." In other words, don't make any stupid mistakes. And boy, if you want to make stupid mistakes, learn to be a trader, folks, because the first mistake teaches. The second mistake kills. The first mistake is you made a bad trade. The second mistake is you didn't do a damn thing about it. And that's wherein lies the rub. It's not how much money you make. It's how much money you don't lose. And we're still rallying strongly here in the stock market, I believe. We just made new highs now in the Dow Jones. Where are we? Yep, we're up. Just made new highs on the day. Looks like we're heading up with our old high right here was 76 and change. So remember now, this is 3 days in here. So, boy, I'll tell you, it looks like it's going to be, I thought this was it yesterday because we broke all the way down here. Maybe we're going to get up here and get to this number after all. But doesn't make any difference, folks. This market is bearish. Let's look at this on a longer-term time scale, like the dailies, okay? Anybody that tells me this thing looks bullish, please, it's got some data missing. Hold on. Okay, this is nothing more than a 5-day rally after this big move down. That's exactly what it is, any way you want to look at it. And I think that's what I have to go by. And I'll just move this over a little bit. We'll go from a high that we made way back here on July the 17th. We went from 41.7. We dropped 1,400 handles, folks, in just about 2 weeks. And now on this rally back, looks like we're heading right up here. That's the old high the other day. Oh, my gosh. That's the 618 again. This was on its way down. In other words, you didn't get this on the way back. This was on the way down. On the way back, it's going to be the 382. So watch that one if we get to that level. It's not very far away. It's 250 pips. So you could make that without too much trouble. So we'll find out if that's going to. These are volatile markets, folks. There's no other way about it. You can't do it any other way than to look at it that way. Okay, now let's move on here. And we have to talk about Mr. Appel again. Hold on. I always bring that up. I hope we have that gentleman that called in about the crude oil yesterday, because Mike Moor will be our guest. If he'll call in and give us the same question again. I think it was about rollovers, but I'm not sure. I should have wrote it down, but it was at the end of the day, and I missed it. Okay, here's Apple. And we've had a pretty good rally here in Apple. Now, we haven't taken out the highs of the previous day. We're very close to it, but not very much. I mean, just let's see if we had anything exciting. Today's action was right. This is the 8th, so that's this action right here. The only thing that we had yesterday on Apple was from your low. Hold on one second here. from your low to your high, you see that the 382 came in right here, and it matched it again here today, and now you can see it's up. We're ready to take these highs out right now. We've got this gap in here, so I don't think that's going to be anything to write home about, but we'll find out if that's going to be the case. Let's check at the old clock on the wall and see how we're doing. We got 47 seconds. That's 2 lifetimes. And now we're going to be looking at Tesla. Hold on a second here. Tesla right out here. There it is. Are we up today? It's up, but boy, it isn't doing much. This is the hourly chart. It's up, but not much. All right, take a break, folks. We got Mike Moor coming in with a little luck. 877-927-6648.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97, and with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, we have Mike Moor of Moore Analytics on the line today in a higher market in oil, much like he thought was going to be happening. So tell us what we're looking at, Mike.
Larry, how are you today? Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Always good stuff. So please continue.
Thank you. So we'll start with the crude oil.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yesterday we left a minor bullish reversal below. We had been in a full bearish structure right here. That completed with holding exhaustion right here at 71.94 with a 71.
Mike, we need to see your charts, buddy. They're not, the
Oh,
charts
I'm
are not
sorry.
coming up.
Excuse
Yeah.
me. Thanks for cutting me off quick.
That's
All
what
right.
that's what they pay the extra money for. There you go.
Exactly. There we go. All right. Can everybody see that now?
Coming up strong. There you go.
Okay. So we were in a full bearish structure here, and this ended in exhaustion right down here at 71.94 with a 71.67 low, and started to bounce. And then we broke back above this line, which also brought in strength. So just a little backup here. Overall, from down above, I caught the trade below 80.82, brought in $9.15 of pressure. That's on hold now. I caution we may be in the last stretch of the move down from 83.58. So that's what I just talked about, holding 71.94 with a 71.67 low. And then the trade above 73.24, I said should bring in strength. We'd seen $2.60 of that this morning, and then a little bit more than that right now. So we're right up into a minor exhaustion level. Initial one right here, I expected that would just be temporary. And I have this formation above here, but these formations are not very well formed. So I think looking at the RBOB and the heat will give us some better formations if you want to additionally get long above some levels above. Any questions on that before I move on?
No, pretty good. Can we look at Brent too? We have a question about Brent.
Okay, I'll jump straight to Brent then because it's very similar to WTI. Brent also left a minor bullish reversal below. And Brent here, I'm just going to trade back above 76.17, now warrants a decent strength. So that was a break above this line. We broke above it, came right down here, almost stopped it out, but couldn't get the stop. Kept driving up, and then the break above this also warrants a higher trade. So that was 76.17 and then 76.98. And now we're trading at 79.08. Now there is a well-formed formation in Brent, and that's kind of why I said, hey, let me not expound upon the ones in the WTI, because this one in the Brent is far better formed. That comes in at 8033, which actually that's going to come in right now. 8026, 8026 minus 1 per hour starting at 1 o'clock p.m. A decent break above that will project this upward $6 plus based off a well-formed formation. If we break above that decently and back down through it decently, I'd be out of all longs, short, and looking for it to come off for a couple days. Any questions on that? You want me to go to RBOB?
No, let's go to the RBOB and then do heating oil. And of course, after that, we'd like to see natural gas.
Sure. So the RBOB here just got bullish on the break above this line. Oh, sorry, I got to go back up here. Decent trade above 234.71. Warrants a renewed strength, so we're seeing that right now. And then if we get above this one right here, that comes in at 240.11 minus 2.3 per hour starting at 1 o'clock p.m. That will also additionally warrant strength and a likely run back up for these highs up in here. If we were to fail back down, never mind. Okay, so next one, heating oil.
Yes.
Okay, heating oil also left a minor bullish reversal below yesterday. Heating oil, and this is also the importance of whether you get your analysis from me or you get your analysis from somebody else in the energies, this is the importance of understanding what is going on in the products if you're trading crude or even if you're trading the crude and the products. Both the heat and the gas oil, I said a couple days ago that they had turned bullish even when the crude and the RBOB were still in bearish mode, saying that they turned bullish, meaning that the RBOB and the crude oil were likely to turn bullish. And so that's what sort of led this run up. The heating oil right here, the trade back above 230.51 now warrants a decent strength. We'd seen 6.09 cents of that so far coming into today, and we may see some more of that. This also has a decent formation above here, well formed, comes in at 242.33, minus 3 per hour, starting at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And a break above there will project this upward 15 cents plus. So that would be the equivalent of like almost a $7 crude move.
Wow, that's a huge move.
Yeah. And excuse me, I forgot something major. The crude oil, I don't know how I even skipped over this. I was too busy showing the other things. The WTI here, I said the trade back above 73.24, minimum target, give me a second. The minimum target was 75.96, which we just took out with the 76.37 high. Right here, this sentence right here, the solid break back above 73.91 now warns of higher trade for days/weeks. So we could see a substantial move to the upside. Granted, we're already in a bullish correction against the move down here, but I think that this could be pretty extensive and maybe even turn into a bull trend.
Okay.
Okay, back to gas oil, I'm sorry. And gas oil, very similar to the heating oil, broke above here, this line, and then started to see some strength. We break above either of these lines above. Those are going to warn of additional strength. The lower one comes in at 73.83. The higher one comes in at 737.84, and they both decrease by 10 points an hour starting at 1 o'clock p.m. Those are these lines right here.
Okay.
Okay, do you have any questions on that? You want me to go to natural gas?
No. Let's go to natural gas next, that's for sure.
Okay, so natural gas, real key turnaround in the markets here. I think on the last show we were talking about approaching these very key lows. I caution we may be in the final stretch of the move down from 319.30 with possible exhaustion at 190.20 to 186.70. We held that with a 188.20 low and rallied 238 ticks. I said if this is a bullish correction, the minimum target would be 212.90, which we just took out.
Okay. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back with Mike Moor of Moor Analytics, folks. Stay tuned.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, we're back and we're speaking with Mike Moor of Moor Analytics. Mike, what's next, my friend?
Okay, so we were talking about the natural gas. The natural gas held this exhaustion below. I'd said that the minimum target would be 212.90. We just took that out today. We're trading 217.90. And then the trade above 202 projects us upward 115 ticks plus. And that was the break above this formation right here. We've traded up to 217.90. So we've actually seen 159 ticks of that. I expect up in here we may see a little bit of a retracement back down in here before heading higher. But this could be a higher time frame bullish correction as well. We've already seen the minimum for what it would need to be a lower time frame correction against this move down. But it could also be a much higher time frame correction. We'll have to see. Okay, any questions on the energies? You want me to jump to the S&P?
Let's jump over to the we'll do S&P first and then the gold.
Okay. So the S&P, we've really made a lot of big significant calls in here. Recently we held the exhaustion. You remember in the other show a number of weeks ago, I said we were looking for this key exhaustion level up here, 57.1975 to 26 even, where I said that the market could turn around and start into a bearish correction. We held that with the 57.2125 high, and we rolled over 601.25 points to the downside. Then we also further got bearish on the break below this formation we talked about on a past show. That's brought in 499 of pressure. We also got bearish on the break below this formation right here, which projected this downward 64 minimum, 122 plus maximum. We attained 452 of that. Then we took out this formation on the upside, which projected this upward, I think, 66 minimum, 120 maximum. We got an 89 of that before failing it below it here. I think on the last show, I was just saying we should see a big move down from here. So we failed back down through that line, and then this line right here projected this downward below 54, 64, 75, projected this downward 130 minimum, 325 plus maximum. We attained 344.75 of that so far before holding exhaustion down below, which is right on this other chart, sorry. Right here in this square box, we held that at 51.25 and a half with a 51.20 low and bounced up here. Then just overnight, we broke below a small formation right here. I said, actually, I talked about that yesterday. So right now I said, see, sell against 53.24 and a quarter plus 200 per hour. and get long on a decent penetration thereafter. So either this is a great sale right here, and this is going to roll over, or if we break back above there decently, I would look for decent strength to come in. We take out this formation above here, that's also going to warrant a decent strength. That's going to come in at 53.8508 minus 82 per hour, starting at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would also just note on the main chart here that right here we left a major bearish reversal above here, which I said should bring in pressure for days/weeks.
Okay.
So we saw, obviously, in the next 2 days, we wiped out, an entire month and a half, 2 months worth of data anyway, but that's sort of where that is at right now. If we take out this last formation down here, then this is going to likely be headed down towards 49.63 and a half, and probably lower than that. You want to take a look at the gold?
Yes, sir. That's gold. Yeah, we had gold 464 to 2464. It's a big number, so fire away, please.
Gold's had some big swings, real volatility over the past number of days. Okay, the trade below 24.60.90 projected this downward 42 minimum, 57 plus maximum. We attained 57.1 of that. And it's a decent trade back above where this comes in today, which is right here at 24.9150. 3.5 per hour starting at 1:20 p.m. That'll warrant a decent strength. And that would probably send us back up into this area around 25.50. We have a formation down below here, two of them right here actually. The upper one comes in at 24.2670 as a 1:30 p.m.
Okay.
2670. That gets that increases by. Give me a second. Increases by 3 an hour, and then this lower formation here is a bigger formation that comes in at 24.1650 plus 0.8 of a tick per hour starting at 1:30 p.m. Both of those will project this downward. And finally, you want to take a look at Bitcoin?
Absolutely. That was going to be my next thing, because people ask about it every day. I hardly look at it, but it's a wild little puppy, man. It jumps around, so fire away.
Well, we had a pretty big call here when we broke back down below this formation, which we talked about on a few shows ago. I said below this was a well-formed formation. Broke below there, pulled back a bit, and really dumped down into here, where it held some exhaustion levels here and then started to pop back up. Now it's actually bullish. I'd written this morning the trade below 24.60.90. Excuse me, that's the wrong thing. So we were bearish from above, from the break below 78.65. We had attained 21,500 per coin of that. A couple other bearish formations in there. They're all on hold. The trade back above 55.435 now warrants a decent strength. We'd seen 3,285 of that coming into this morning, and now another good piece of that. We've traded up to 60.220 from 55.435.
Okay.
If we were to come back off and take that line back out to the downside, that would reestablish bearish calls from up above. And if we leave, also, this is a moderate bearish reversal that we left above here a couple days ago. If we were to see a gap open higher tomorrow or on Monday, that would leave a minor bullish reversal below, likely negate that bearish reversal above, and that could precipitate a run right back for these highs up here at 78.25.
Very good. Well, you're doing great. We're going to have you on in a couple of weeks. If you need to come on ahead of time and you think something's really important that you see in either the spreads or something like that, Mike, please get in touch with me. I'll have you on anytime you want, because you got great stuff. So
thank you.
Don't be a stranger.
Anybody, come to the website or give me a call. Ask me some questions.
More analytics, folks.
Have you come on board.
MOOR.
Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. We'll see you later. Okay, folks, we'll be back in just a minute. If you're in the crude oil trade, put your stop at 76.49. You're only going to risk $300 in that. So right now it's out 170. So we'll talk about that when we come back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, I haven't seen a 150-point move in the S&P in a long time. We had one on the downside yesterday. We got one on the upside here today. This is the cash S&P. Looking at this on the daily chart, this was our 382 number right up in here. We've already done this. I'm going to do it again just to make sure you see that's where we were from your high that you made way back over here. Your low comes in right about there. We're sitting up against it right now. We've already taken out the highs of yesterday by just a little bit, so that qualifies. You're still in that same zone for a 382. But this is a huge move, folks. You can see this in 1 day's action. We've seen it on the downside, but you don't see that very often when you see that type of a move, 140 points in 1 day. But it's happening, and you have to take advantage of it or be aware of it. That's the main thing. Now, tomorrow, we're going to be doing the live trading between 9 and 12. If you're interested, contact Jacob at TFNN. You'll get 6 hours of live trading each month. The second and fourth Fridays of the month. Always a lot of fun. It's the fastest 3 hours in trading, folks. It goes like a heartbeat. Anyway, that's what we're paying attention to here today. I'm not sure what we have as far as time, but remember, stay tuned tomorrow for the whole show at 12 o'clock. Let's try it again, Larry. 1 o'clock show. Tomorrow will be Bill Meridian for the whole hour. It'll be some other stuff, but he's going to be talking to us about the things that he sees in the cycles that are based on the planetary things. I know if you don't believe it, then don't listen to it. But if you have an open mind, like I have over the years, it's proven to me, my God, there's something to this. So I'm going to pay attention to it. That's basically the bottom line that I'm going to be watching for tomorrow. So try to stay tuned. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless. And try to do something nice for your neighbors, folks, because I'll tell you, there's a lot of folks out there that are having a really, really difficult time. I have a friend who's in the real estate business, and he's having a hard time collecting his rent the last couple of months. Let's stay tuned. See you tomorrow on the flip side. May God bless.